Hi, welcome. This is ASPECEGH, the very platform that provides valuable information, tips, and tricks about the BEC that all candidates in Ghana has to know. We are back again. Today we have a very important information to share with you. I believe you are highly anticipating how this year's examination is going to be. I'm talking to those who will be writing 2025 examination and beyond, of course. Now, what are you expecting? Well, I believe by now you have gone through last year's questions and some of the difficult questions you are asking, hey, um, how is this how is the question going to be this year? Is it going to be difficult or is it going to be easy? Of course, no one can tell. And that is why this platform is here to assist you. Today, we have very important information to discuss with you. So please, as you always say, take a paper so that you can jot something down. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and also tell people about it. Don't worry, we have a lot to discover on this channel. If you don't understand anything, as we always say, don't forget to leave it as a question in the comment section below so that we can address it and help you on this platform. Now, with that said, let's see what we'll be discussing today. Undisputable fact. Oh, undisputable fact about your examination. Now, why are we talking about this? You know, for a fact, if you should ask any student today, right now, what grade do you want? Everyone will say 10 ones, 6 ones, oh 06, oh 08. But realistically, it is neither here nor there because if you look at the mock exams you are writing and the grade you are getting and saying that you want 10 ones and 6 ones, you see, it is unrealistic. It's like it's a dream that can never come true. That is why you have to know this four fact that we are coming to talk about. So it's all boiled down to you understanding how examination work and being prepared for different type of questions. This is what will help you to feel more confident and ready to do your best. Okay, now let's talk about the first fact. Fact one has to do with this. It is unusual to answer all exams questions right, let alone get 100%. Now remember, no one is perfect. It is common to get some questions wrong, and that doesn't mean you failed. So focus on doing your best rather than expecting perfection. There are some students when they do mock examination and they get, a score that they wasn't expecting, they feel so downhearted. Of course, you know yourself, you know your performance. Sometimes if a question came and perhaps you were unable to answer, it is natural to feel that way. But as the point says, there is nobody who will go to the exams hall and answer all the examination questions, let alone to get 100%. So you should bear in mind that you are going to do your best. That is all. And this one will not make you feel frustrated and think that you didn't do anything. So keep that in mind. Now let's talk about fact two. Fact two has to do with this. You don't need 100% before you get grade 1. You don't need 100% before you get grade 1. Now aim for a strong understanding of the material to earn a top grade. That is all. But don't stress over the idea of needing 100%. It can never be possible. And moreover, when you write a BEC, they don't even give you your papers for you to know the score that you even had. If you had 1, it's 1. If you had 2, it is 2. If it is 3, that is what you'll be given. So don't stress yourself to get 100% that I have to get all the questions correct. No. Do your best to get a pass mark that will push you or put you to the grade that you really want. And that is all, right? Good. Now let's talk about the third fact that is very, very important. Fact 3 says this: expect the unexpected questions in your exams. Wow. Expect the unexpected questions in your exams. Now, don't expect your teacher to teach you everything. Whilst teachers provide valuable guidance, they can't cover every possible question. Now, this is because the scope of the syllabus is broader than the textbooks, and that's what examiners use. So be prepared for questions that might challenge you in ways you weren't taught in the classroom. This is something nobody can dispute. If you take some of the BEC questions and you flip through and you glance through and you think about the question, you will open your textbook and you realize that you wouldn't find, you know, such question relating to anything in the textbook. This is a fact. And 2025 June BEC that you're going to write, you will meet questions you were not taught in the classroom. You will meet questions that may not be in the textbook that you were taught. So just understand that. So when you go and you meet a question like that, it is up to you to think it through to see if you can answer. And we have a separate video on that, how to answer examination questions that you were not taught. Even if you don't have any idea, there is a trick that will help you to answer and get the grade, right? We'll talk about that later. Okay, so let's go to the point 4 or fact 4. Fact 4 says this: be ready to meet the following types of questions. Now, whether you like it or not, these type of questions we are going to talk about, you will surely meet them. Now, the first question is this: questions you were taught but cannot remember the correct answer. Hey, it is normal to forget something under pressure. Don't panic. Take a deep breath and move on. It will happen to everyone. Sometimes you learnt it. Hmm? Questions you were taught, the teacher taught you, you remember. Even it could even be you even learnt it even that night. But you go to the exams hall, the question will come and you can't remember. This usually happens when we read or we learn last minute before the examination. So the mind don't get prepared, and when we try to recollect that information, it is nowhere to be found. And you will meet a question like that. You were taught, but you can't remember the answer. Okay, now let's talk about the next type of question you should expect. Questions you were taught but can answer correctly. Oh yeah, these are your strengths. Answer them confidently. Now this is where you begin to smile at the question. You begin to laugh. You see, someone will be sitting beside you and the person wouldn't know why you are smiling at the question. Because what the question is asking, you learnt it and you can remember. So this is where you do your best to write and write and write. And you certainly meet a question like that. You either get in section A, section B, a question that's what you learned and it came ditto, ditto. Okay, let's see another type of question that you should expect. Questions you were not taught but can answer. Oh, this is 100% true. Before we discuss that, you will certainly meet some questions your teacher didn't teach you. Now, this type of question could be a questions you were not taught, but you can answer. Sometimes it is general question. I remember, 2024 science, a question came relating to COVID-19. It could be that you didn't find this in any of the syllabus or in the textbooks, and perhaps your teacher even didn't teach you. But because it was a general question, COVID-19, it happened to everyone and we all experience it, right? So in case a question should come, at least you should be able to formulate an answer and answer them correctly. So expect a question like that. Questions you were not taught, but because it is something that is happening, you can think about it and answer that particular question. Let's see the last type of question that you should expect. Questions you were not taught but cannot answer. Oh, this is the crazy part. You don't have any idea about the question. The teacher didn't teach you. You don't have any idea. So how do you answer? So this one, there is nothing you can do about it. Now, these are the facts of examination that every candidate should know. At least, if you review this information that is given to you and you go to the exams hall, nothing will be new to you. Even if a question should come and you can't answer, you've prepared your mind and your heart that this is what's going to happen, and it has happened. So please be optimistic. Don't be afraid. You will meet questions you were taught and can answer. When that happens, do your best to answer them. You will certainly meet questions too that will challenge you in some way. Of course, you might feel downhearted, but do your best to answer them and move on. And as I said earlier, we have a separate video on that particular concept or that subject where you meet a question you don't have any idea, but there's a trick that when you follow, you can answer that particular question and get the answer. This is HBECGH. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and also like, comment, and share. And leave question in the comment section below for us to answer. Thank you.